Thoughts come to you in the night, whispering evil over and over as you slumber. These evil things, they don't stop. They don't disappear. They are nightmares. Little nightmares.
Nah, I'm just kidding. Roll it. So, Little Nightmares 2 is coming out tomorrow, and I wanted to get this little video up doing a slight reaction. Small reaction. Short is the word I'm looking for. To this like 4-minute video kind of explaining what happened with the story and all that. So without further ado, let's get right into it. This video is by Prima Games Video. I played the original game. I've also watched playthroughs of the original game. And I have read the little novels that came out a long time ago actually. So we're just gonna go over the story really quick so I can get a good idea, because I'm gonna be playing this soon. Comes out tomorrow. Oh, and by the way, I've been improving my green screen skills. If you've noticed, they've gotten better, because before they were garbage. So it's not perfect yet, but it's a lot better. Anyway, let's get right into it.
Almost all of Little Nightmares take place on a ship known as the Maw. This underwater vessel is visualized by a small island that sticks up above the water, with a large tower protruding from the island-like structure.
So, one thing I didn't know is that the entire thing is underwater. I thought that this was a ship above water. That's kind of like what you see in the game, but I think maybe the ship like bounces up maybe throughout the game, but I don't really know it. So,
Seemingly rich visitors take a ship to the island for the sole purpose of indulging their unquenchable appetites. Every single guest in Little Nightmares is an obese person with an appetite for any kind of meat, including the flesh of children. The Maw is essentially a prison and a resort.
something to note though is that although they eat any type of meat, they seem to prefer children meat, or at least live children meat, because they abandon all their food to chase Six whenever she's around. So I mean, if the person running the mall really wanted to make a profit, they just serve live kids, which upon saying that sounds pretty terrible. So let's just continue.
For the rich and gluttonous. The children on board are taken from the Maw and placed in the bottom of the ship, which serves as a prison. At first, the children are given beds and toys to play with. However, as they grow and start gaining weight, they're placed in cages, and the chefs in the kitchen prepare the children to be served to the guests as food. The gnomes seem to be directly related to the children taken prisoner, or perhaps the original inhabitants of the Maw. There's very little interaction with the gnomes throughout the game.
So, quick thing, because this video I think is from 2017, which is when the game came out, I think, but it's 2021 now. So, a lot has happened, and the gnomes, if you played the add-ons to the game, the gnomes are kids. So yeah, you played it with the little boy, you'll see at the end that the gnomes are kids. Yeah, this video was from 2017, so a lot have come out, including the novels, which I'll talk about at the end of this video.
But the children in the prison have made drawings of them. The gnomes are afraid of anyone they come across, including your own character. When you are able to get close to a gnome, your first response is to give them a hug, which results in the gnome following you around for a short time. An alternate theory about the gnomes are that they're what's left of the children in prison when they're malnourished. The children have all been taken from their families, which is why you hug them to make the gnomes feel better. This is also why the gnomes are afraid of anyone and everyone, but eventually allow your character to get close to them. Your character in Little Nightmares is a 9-year-old girl named Six. She's
9-year-old girl named Six. They couldn't have made her 6 years old, or made her name 9.
seemingly the daughter of the lady.
Now this I didn't know about. Daughter of the lady? I don't know where people got the theory, and I'm not sure if that's her daughter or what's going on with that. But I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter if it's her daughter or not, because in the end, she dies. So Six eats her. So eats her neck like a vampire, like a werewolf, actually. Just rips it out. But, yeah, so, I don't know. Who cares? She's dead. But I didn't know that she was her mom or something.
Who is the geisha-like individual who seems to be in charge of the mall. Most theories point to Six being the lady's daughter, who was cast down to the prison with the other children when the lady realizes Six is more beautiful than she is. Several portraits of Six can be found near the lady's bedside.
Now that goes with the theory that it's her daughter. I didn't see that when I played the game.
The lady is seemingly obsessed with beauty, but smashes every mirror in her presence because she can't stand to look at herself. It's assumed that the lady is never satisfied with how she looks, and even wears a geisha mask to cover her face, despite breaking every mirror around her. Only one mirror remains in the upper levels of the mall, and the lady keeps it locked away so no one can access it. The lady also has the power to drain people of their life force. It's theorized that she runs the mall in an attempt to fatten up the guests so she can eventually drain their life force and take it for her own immortality. When Six uses the mirror and the reflected light to knock the lady unconscious, she then devours her to take her power as her own.
Yikes.
And uses it
Yikes.
on the guests as she makes her way out of the mall.
So one thing I wanted to say, like, why did she fatten them up, though? Does more life force, go with more weight? Like, if you weigh more, you have more life force? I don't know. It seems like if you just lure them on here with promise of food, you could just take their life force when they come. So you don't need to give them any food. Or maybe if you gain weight, that means you have more life force, which is kind of opposite in real life. You gain weight, you're probably going to approach death sooner. So would be less life force. I don't know, but I didn't really know how her powers worked either. Because, like, when you're playing the game, right, she has the power to, like, disappear and reappear places, which Six doesn't display that power after she eats her. She just does the soul sucking, which she did some soul sucking too. But also, why do mirrors hurt her? I mean, we know the explanation kind of for mirrors is that she's ugly to herself, so she doesn't want to see herself. So that's why she breaks all the mirrors. But now mirrors can hurt her? Does that mean that technically she's so ugly it hurts? You can be so ugly that it literally pains you to look at yourself. That is some high level problems, which she will no longer have to deal with because Six killed her and feasted on her flesh. Morbid, I know. Let's watch. I like this ending because I'm finally not scared of running away from these things. Oh, maybe that means Six is immortal. One thing I don't like, or one thing that's really interesting about these creatures is that they all seem to be pretty dumb. Like, the head lady seems a little bit smart, but all these guests seem like they're dumb. Maybe that's a comment on rich people. But, I mean, even the chefs seem just, like, out of whack. They just seem weird.
In the game, when Six emerges at the very top of the maw, you can hear the sound of an approaching ship. Perhaps Six is going to feed on the passengers of that ship, or perhaps she'll use that ship to escape to the mainland.
It's the mainland. The guests are dumb. The cooks are dumb. It seems like everyone on there has a low IQ. Except for the children, oddly enough. But, about the novels. I read the novels. And what I can gather from them was absolutely nothing. I mean, not to say that there was nothing there, but okay, so there's kids and we learn about mirrors. Mirrors are apparently really dangerous and creepy in the Little Nightmares universe. And kids got messed up by some mirrors. The wind came, took the guy's little sister. There's this big guy with a droopy face. There were crows. There's a guy that's afraid of mirrors. I guess rightfully so, but we learned that the gooey things, the droopy face things, they can disguise themselves. he was disguised as one. But listen, all this is great, but this is the main story for this game in particular, going off of what he had in 2017. This is very old, but the new game is dropping tomorrow. I'm going to be playing it tomorrow, and hopefully I'll upload it either tomorrow or Tuesday. For anyone who wants to watch it, I'll be playing this game most definitely, hopefully, probably, might, maybe. Anyway, that's it for this reaction. I can't wait to play this. I hope you are excited as I am excited, and I will see you in the next video. Peace. Remember, it's not goodbye. It's just until next time. Peace.